Hi everyone, this is Kelly Ann, the High Priestess, bringing you your divine messages. Tonight's reading is going to be for those of you with your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements in the sign of Libra. I've already pre-shuffled with your energies so that we can get started. So let's get going. Let's cut the deck. Let's begin. Holy Spirit, guardian angels, my ancestors and loved ones that have crossed over, thank you for this gift of divination and thank you for your blessings as well as your protection. As I attempt to clarify and interpret these messages and advice that you channel through me tonight, I ask that you please be as specific as possible, Spirit, so that I may receive your guidance accurately and that I can provide assistance to my seekers, my Libra viewers. So right away, I'm getting a whole bunch of cards that want to come out. I'm getting the Seven of Swords, the King of Swords, the Ace of Wands reverse, the Ten of Wands, the King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Swords as your current challenge or your obstacle. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on here. So I am seeing some air energy with the Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords, and King of Swords here. That's affiliated with Libra, could be Gemini, could be Aquarius. Okay, I'm also getting some Wands energy here, fire energy, as well as some Earth energy here with the Pentacles. So let's take a look at your current challenge. Okay, what's coming out right now is a mature feminine energy of someone who's really doing a lot of thinking about a certain situation. And I feel like it's almost like you may be overthinking the situation or really obsessively thinking about this, okay? Because swords really have to do with your thinking, it has to do with logic, it has to do with problem solving, right? And you see this person is really kind of deep within, kind of in her own thoughts. She's really like in a quiet place. She's looking out to the sea and she's really like almost caught up in her own head, like trying to figure out something. Okay. Um, so you may be thinking about a certain situation very, very heavily. All right. The Queen of Swords also represents somebody who really is about the truth. She expects the truth. She demands the truth. And if you come to her kind of, you know, unchecked or you're trying to pull the wool over her eyes, she's going to cut you down. Okay? This is not somebody that you can, kind of fool or like take advantage of very easily. Um, you need to also realize that when the Queen of Swords comes up, this is somebody who's able to kind of problem solve or think very logically about a situation. She's able to kind of leave her emotions out of it and be very objective in terms of how she's going to move forward, what steps she needs to take, how she's going to kind of um, handle the situation. So this may be a current challenge for you because maybe right now it's just too much in your head. Like you just can't stop thinking about it. You might be like overly thinking about this current situation. And the reason that I say that is because I am seeing that right now in your current energy, you feel so overburdened and you feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders and you just need to put that down. Like I see like that cycle kind of ending for you right now, but I just feel like as a result of whatever it was that you were dealing with, you are just so mentally and emotionally exhausted. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with somebody who was trying to take advantage of the situation. The Seven of Swords comes up when there's somebody in your circle, whether this is you or your person or someone that is involved with you very closely, who may be exhibiting behavior that's deceitful, somebody who may be lying, or somebody that really is just strategizing to kind of get away with something without being seen, without being detected. Okay. It's a card that represents betrayal. It's a card that represents somebody really trying to take advantage of the situation and take advantage of you. Okay. Now, it doesn't always necessarily have to mean infidelity. It could be somebody, taking advantage of a financial opportunity. It could be somebody who's lying or keeping information from you. It could be any number of things. So you'll have to take it, as it resonates with you. Now, the thing is, I am seeing a divine pair here with this King of Swords. So you have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. The King of Swords, very much like the Queen of Swords, is air energy. Also, somebody who, is very objective, very methodical, very black and white, very cut and dry, right? They're able to leave their emotions out of the situation. But I feel that given somebody here feels very weighed down and very overburdened, I feel like a lot of it has to do with these two kings. So I feel like there is some kind of mature masculine energy that is trying to get away with something involving finances. I feel like perhaps this person maybe invested money or maybe used money in a way that did not pan out. And as a result, they are no longer financially secure, or they're no longer able to provide financially toward this situation. And that may have left you in a state of feeling like everything was on your shoulders and you had to carry everything. And it was very, very financially exhausting. Okay. When the King of Pentacles comes out in reverse, it's somebody that maybe didn't invest wisely, or maybe they invested their money and it didn't turn out well. Somebody who really is not very good at like monitoring their own finances or their spending habits, somebody who maybe is reckless with money. And I feel like possibly this may have been your partner, or possibly somebody that is within your close circle that, like I said, maybe tried to take advantage of a situation, or maybe just somebody who was thinking about, how this would benefit them, like in a selfish way, and it didn't turn out well. And that left you feeling like, what am I going to do now? Now I have to carry this weight on my shoulders and I just can't take it. But the good news is that with the 10 of Wands, tens represent the end of a cycle, the end of something that was happening. So I am seeing that cycle coming to an end. Now with this Ace of Wands, there was some kind of brand new opportunity that was missed here. So, like, that's why I feel like this could have been some kind of investment or some kind of financial endeavor that went sour. Okay. And I feel like your challenge is to really figure out, how am I going to fix this? How am I going to navigate through this? How am I going to problem solve my way out of this situation? What can I do about this? You're really, really, really thinking very heavily about this whole situation, what went wrong, and how you're going to proceed moving forward. So let's take a look at some of these cards. I'm going to clarify the Queen of Swords. Tell me about this Queen of Swords. Now, remember, like I said, swords is air energy. So that could be your card. That could be you, Libra. Could also be Gemini, could be Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, but that's the energy, okay? Um, Tell me about Queen of Swords here. Clarification on the Queen of Swords, please, for Libra. Clarification on the Queen of Swords for Libra. Clarification on the Queen of Swords for Libra. What's going on? Why is that card here? Thank you. Okay, wow. So we have the sun dog here, and you may say, well, what's that? In this walking meditation deck, the artist also included two extra cards. Some artists like to do that in tarot. The sun dog card comes up when there's kind of like a halo around the sun. It's like a card that depicts rainy or tumultuous weather ahead. Okay. So in this deck, when this card comes up, if it was in the upright, it's letting you know that change or transition is coming. But because you know that it's coming, you can be better prepared. However, because this card is coming up in reverse, what I'm strongly picking up here is that you felt like you were not prepared, and perhaps you were blindsided by this information of this financial endeavor going sour, or whatever these plans were that this person was planning to try to get away with behind your back. It didn't pan out, and that kind of left you feeling like, okay, now what? Like even in this picture, in the Light Seers Tarot, the artist depiction of this card is fantastic. It's one of my favorite decks. You can just see this person is just so weighted down. It's like gloomy. She's like picking up and taking everything she has, and she's just like plodding forward, like just, despondent, like looking for a place to go, and she doesn't even know where she's going, but she has no choice, kind of thing. So, that's kind of like what I'm picking up. Like perhaps you were not given enough time to process this, or perhaps you just felt like, it just hit you rather quickly and you were not able to prepare for this disappointment. Okay, so let's take a look now at your near future energy and see what we have coming for you. Okay, hold on. Let's get myself together here. Okay. Spirit, can I have near future energy, please, for Libra? Near future energy for Libra. What can my Libra viewers expect moving forward? What can my Libra viewers expect? Okay, so we have the King of Wands. That could be Leo energy, can also be Sag, can also be Aries. It's fire energy there. Another mature masculine energy there. Can I have more information, please, for near future energy for Libra, please? Near future energy for Libra. Thank you. Oh, we have a few cards coming out. We have the Chariot, major for Cancer. We also have the World. The World is a card associated with the signs of Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus. Um, let's get one more. Can I have one more for Libra, please? One more for Libra, because I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Very good. And I'm also getting the Five of Wands. Okay. Now, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Emperor. I'll put it up here in reverse. Very, very interesting. Okay. More masculine energy here. All right. So what I see happening here for you, Libra, is I feel like in the near future, there is going to be a lot of conflict, maybe some arguing, and there's going to be like a competitive energy between you and another person here. Okay. I feel like the person that you're going to have this negative energy with is going to be a person that is very, very hard to take, very hard to deal with. And the reason that they're so hard to deal with is because they tend to be like a my way or highway kind of person. Not really very yielding, very difficult to work with, very difficult to get along with. When the Emperor card comes up in reverse, it represents somebody with a very, very strong personality, somebody who can be very controlling, very jealous, very possessive, but also very unwilling to bend or to appreciate the opinions of others because they think they're right like all the time. Okay. So in the near future, you may be coming across somebody like that. If that person is not known to you, this person will be coming to you in the near future, and you'll have to deal with that. And there will be some arguing and some competition there with this person. However, you also have the King of Wands here, which could be Leo, Sag, Aries. This might be the same Aries. It might be the same person, but it's definitely fire energy. I don't know if it's the same person yet. This King of Wands is also a very strong fire energy sign, right? It represents the sign of Leo, could also be, like I said, Sagittarius or Aries, all right? This is somebody who knows what they want. They go after what they want. They're very driven, very motivated, very passionate to pursue and go after what they want, and they usually achieve what they want. This person is going to be instrumental in achieving or helping you achieve your goals. Okay. You're going to be able to kind of charge ahead without looking back, kind of jumping over your hurdles, breaking down barriers and getting to the point of where you need to be, where you see yourself. And when that happens, you're going to feel this sense of completion, this sense of closure. Okay. The World card represents a life lesson that has been mastered, something that has been put in your path for you to work through, in order to grow as a person. And, evolve so that when an opportunity presents itself, you will no longer find yourself in the position that you were back here, where you were blindsided or you were easily taken advantage of, right? Because now you kind of see things differently. Now you've kind of, your eyes have been kind of, forced open and you're able to see things differently. So possibly now when you come into the situation where you're having conflict with this person, it's not going to matter because you already know what it is that you need to do to take care of business. Okay? Remember, the world is like a card that comes up when you have to master some kind of, karmic situation that has been put in your life for a reason. Okay? And destiny and fate and divine timing and all of those pieces kind of have to fall into place in order for a life lesson to be mastered. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that and see what's going on. So let's take a look at this chariot. What is this about for Libra? 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 Why is the chariot coming out? Clarification on the chariot, please. Guidance on the chariot. What do you want me to know, Spirit? Why is the chariot here? Okay. So we're getting the 8 of Cups in reverse. Interesting. The 8 of Cups, when it's in the upright, represents somebody walking away from this situation, somebody pulling it back, their emotional energy from the situation and really not looking back. They leave. Okay. But because this is in reverse, there may be some back and forth energy. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I come back? Like you're not really sure exactly where you want to go with this, if this is you, or this could even be your person, right? Which could be why you're thinking very heavily about the situation because you're not quite sure what you want to do here. Okay. Um, and I think, the chariot coming up with the world, how you decide to handle this is going to determine your own fate because this card really has to do with fate. It has to do with destiny. Okay. Let's look at this 5 of Wands. What is this fighting about? Okay, so Temperance. Here we have the card affiliated with the sign of Sagittarius. So there's fire energy all over this here. Okay. This is fire. This is fire. This is fire. This is fire. Um, Temperance really has to do with finding a sense of balance and harmony within yourself and bringing yourself back to center. Okay. When we go through things that kind of set us off and we go through like tumultuous experiences and things that are very chaotic, very stressful, it's very important to find that sense of balance again and kind of reestablish that sense of flow. Okay. The Temperance card comes up when we really need to kind of temper your emotions, bring down that level, kind of like be able to kind of temper your reactions to things, temper the way you handle things, like just bring everything down, like bring a sense of calmness and balance into the situation. I feel like a lot of like the arguing that's coming up here with this 5 of Wands, that conflict, that combatant energy, I absolutely feel has to do with the past stuff that happened back here. And I feel like possibly your person could be a fire sign or somebody here definitely has fire energy in their chart. Okay. This person really wants to be successful. They really want to get to a place of like where they see themselves. And they're fully willing to like go full speed ahead, charging ahead, and they know exactly what they want, and they feel like they are willing to stop at nothing to get there. But the problem that I am seeing, like I said, with this 5 of Wands and the Emperor in reverse, is that this person, if it's the same person, maybe such a strong personality that you find them almost impossible to deal with because of how their personality is. Like they're just so strong-willed and so controlling and so difficult that they're like not even hearing how you feel or what your take is on anything because they're all about what they want. So let's just see what's going on with this emperor card. I want to know if this emperor and this king of wands are the same person. I kind of feel like they are, but I could be mistaken. Tell me about this emperor here. Thank you. Okay, we have the nine of swords. Interesting. Okay, so whatever this situation is that's coming around the corner for you, I feel like it will lend itself to success. And I feel like it's a life lesson. But I also feel like you can expect a lot of anxiety and stress related to this conflict and this fighting and this arguing that may take place. And I think the key here, the message from spirit, is to remember that you have to be able to temper your emotions, or maybe this person needs to do that in order to make things work. In order to be successful here, there needs to be that balance, there needs to be that flow brought back into the situation, because the nine of swords really has to do with anxiety. It has to do with sleepless nights, tossing and turning. Oh my god, how am I going to get through this, that kind of thing. It's a very stressful card. It almost has like a uh, what's the word? Like sleep, like just up at night, like can't sleep, like headaches, like all of that stuff, right? And I think, if that's what's coming, there needs to be some kind of balance brought back into the situation, which is why that temperance card is here. Let me just get one more for this five of wands. Why is this five of wands here? Why is this five of wands here for Libra? Why is this five of wands here, please? Okay. So, oh, wow. So we have the Empress here also in reverse, right? So there's another divine pair. So you have the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, the Emperor, the Empress. Then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So let's start with this. So right away, I'm showing right away, I'm showing that somebody here really wants to succeed in terms of having enough down the road. They really want to invest in the future. They really want to be successful. They really want to, set up themselves for the future, so that they can reap what they've sown, right? To have that harvest at the end. But it involves having patience, okay? The Knight of Wands in reverse really reflects somebody who was once very motivated to pursue this, but for some reason has kind of lost their mojo a little bit, or they just feel like maybe now is not the right time to pursue this, or their drive has lessened for whatever reason. And it could be because of all this fighting and all of this anxiety and all of this worry here, right? Now, when we go over here to the Emperor and the Empress, both in reverse, I mean, the Empress really in the upright has to do with someone who's so loving and so nurturing and almost like selfless, right? A feminine card, embodies like that mother nature energy, somebody who just, wants to establish that harmony and that wellness. But because this card is also in reverse, I mean, it's almost like both of these people, it's a divine union, but at the same time, like they're both just like almost like bringing out the worst in each other. It's like they're both so out of sorts. One is feeding off the other. And like I said, with the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords here, there's just like a lot of combatant energy here, Libra, that I feel is just unhealthy. So let's go over here to the angel oracle cards and see what advice or messages the angels have for you moving forward. Spirit, can I please have some advice or messages for Libra? Advice or messages from Libra? What is going on with all of this? Somebody is so driven to be successful here that I feel like there's like a little bit of reckless energy here that's really causing the other person to feel way out of sorts. Look at this. Be assertive. You really need to dig your heels in and kind of establish what patterns of behavior and what you will absolutely accept and not accept. And if you do that, you'll be successful. Okay. So you're going to have to take this reading as it resonates with you. Okay. I feel like as long as you can communicate effectively how you want this to go down, and remember that you are entitled to feel a sense of balance and harmony and wellness within yourself and not be overwhelmed with stress and anxiety all the time over this. I feel like if you put your foot down and you kind of communicate properly and voice your opinions and voice how you feel, I feel like you can navigate successfully through this because like I said, you have two divine pairs here. So I don't think it's an issue of the two of you not being like in a divine pair here. I feel like the issue is that one person is extremely kind of bent on getting to a certain point and they're kind of overlooking how the other person feels in this situation. So you can't allow, somebody else's wishes and dreams to kind of stomp all over you. You kind of have to stick up for yourself and kind of, express how you feel, right? Let me just get one more card for this. I want to know how your person feels here. Tell me about how your person feels. How does the other person feel? What do they want to say to Libra? What do they want to say to Libra, please? This is a real high energy reading. Look, I know I messed up everything. So remember I said before, something definitely transpired here where somebody was a little seedy, trying to pull the wool over the other person's eyes, and it caused a lot of like bad energy between the two of you, right? They're aware of that. Let's just get some cards here. I feel like you need some healing energy here. That's what I feel. I feel like you need that temperance. You need that kind of soothing energy, reestablishing, that sense of balance, that sense of flow. Where we say being assertive and being successful, like you need that sense of empowerment again. It can't be all one-sided, because then the scales are not balanced between the two of you. So, what advice does Spirit have for you? What advice? What's the message here? What do you want Librans to know? Okay. Wow. It says how others view me and behave toward me does not define me. Okay. So, what was I just saying? Be assertive and you'll be successful. Okay. Don't let the other person's opinion of you and how they behave toward you affect, how you communicate your wants and needs in this situation. Because, like I said, I do feel like this is a divine pair here, but there's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of thinking. There's a lot of arguing. There's a lot of fighting right now about how to arrive at a certain goal. And I think it's very important that you don't get squashed in the process. Okay? Because if that happens, then it's not going to work out. Okay, so this is what I have for you, Libra. I hope that this reading has clarified some information for you in some way. Just a quick plug for the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. You can give me a thumbs up, if you like what I'm doing here on YouTube. And of course, if this does resonate with you in some way, I would love to hear a comment from you in the comment section. I'd be happy to write back. Okay, that being said, I'm looking forward to seeing you at your next reading. I love what I do very much, and I hope that I can help in some way. So I wish you a blessed night. Okay, take care.